Good evening. September 4th, 2024. I'm in Sherman Oaks at the Whole Foods Market. And I just ended up here. I'm going around all day looking for paint, a certain color of paint, a certain type. I think I got it, but I don't know. And I'm waiting on hearing back from people and all this and that. And I'm at the point where, like, I've basically just lost faith in people, man. I was just mentioning a moment ago before I started recording that when I become wealthy financially, I'm just not going to take anybody seriously. I already don't. I want to hope that people are doing the best they can and all that, but just too much inconsideration, man. The people that have been the most considerate towards me are usually people that are suffering in some kind of sickness, and they know it, and they're not afraid to hide it. They can be honest about it. They're usually not wealthy. And I don't expect them to be perfect, of course. I don't expect much, really. So I'm like pleasantly surprised when they can actually do the right thing. It's like, oh wow, Whereas like people that seem like they got their stuff together, and seem to be better at hiding their sickness, it seems. Or they're ashamed or whatever. It's just like what's with the hypocrisy and the inconsiderate habits and behaviors? So naturally what it makes me do is I look like, I don't want to put all my faith in the drunk guy on the corner that's panhandling, but it's actually easier for me to trust them as far as trust goes than it is to trust somebody who's putting an act on like they're spiritual. So I'm going to get to the point where it's it's not really going to matter who you are at all. I'm just going to tell you how it is. And apparently that's why I'm going through a lot of this, is to prepare me to be able to deal with the sick freaks who want to pretend like they're good people and they're not. Especially the wealthy ones that think they're better than everybody else. The haughtiness, the arrogance. I can already deal with that as it is, but this is the thing, is when I actually have money and I need to do something, I can't count on most people. Say I had $1 million right now and I needed somebody to do something, and I would be willing to pay a certain amount of money, right? I would have to consider that to be gambling at this point, because there's risk involved. The risk is high enough to where it could cause me more problems than it's worth. Simple little things, man. When I'm doing like actual business with people, I don't play around. Seems that people think it's okay to do those things. I can't tell you how many people have wasted my time and energy and money. Well, I'm expecting that they're going to try to do the right thing, and they seem to think it's a game or something, and they get to just mess around like it's no big deal. I didn't grow up like that, man. I learned that if you do that, you get hurt physically. Mess with somebody's money, you get hurt. $5, man. That's where I came from. You mess with somebody's $5, you get hurt. These entitled, ungrateful people seem to think it's okay to just waste people's time and energy and money, man. And that's just the like material and the just not even accounting like opportunities and other things that get squandered as a result of these behaviors inhibiting other things from being able to be made possible. I can see why God separated me from everybody, so I could just get to this point where I realized, you know, I can't count on anybody for anything. Even if I have money. Imagine I'm like the richest guy in the world, right? And I'm like wanting to do a business project, and I need to pay people to do the job right, whatever I need done. I can't count on them until they prove it to me, man. And that takes time. It's also become more evident to me about why I've been isolated by the sick freaks that don't want me to be able to get out of poverty and homelessness. It's because the way that I function challenges and undermines their whole little evil control scheme that they use to manipulate and dominate over people through deceit and other means. I'm like done, man. I've seen enough hypocrisy and enough foolishness that I know I can't count on anybody to be serious enough. When I become very wealthy, I'm going to remember this. And the ones that want opportunity, if they deserve it, they can prove it. Otherwise, it's like, there's no chance, man.
Game ended, he was there. He was like, hey, come back to the hotel, you know, we'll chat. Like, cool. Right. It's in Beverly Hills.
Makes me somewhat grateful that I experienced poverty, homelessness.
It like
I know it sounds crazy,
well,
but I wouldn't have learned a lot of this stuff if it wasn't
I
for.
was only visiting, like, I didn't think I had the money. So, which was the bus. Obviously, it took forever to go down there.
Hoping for unconditional love
Yeah.
that
They were wrapping up.
I've needed to continue moving out of this state of suffering that I've been kept in my entire life by these sick, evil freaks that apparently don't want me to succeed in this world. I mean, I want everybody to succeed. What's wrong with these sick freaks? I'm not the problem, and I know it. And I know there's no amount of money in the world that can actually pay for me to care enough. They don't value it. Yeah, but if I was some sort of low-life pervert, it's like whatever everybody accepts is normal and okay. Oh yeah? They'd let me right in. Opportunities galore. You sick, evil freaks. Your days of being successful at the expense of the truth and expense of everybody else's well-being, it's over. Nobody's gonna laugh at your stupid jokes anymore. Nobody's gonna want to be around you if you don't know how to uphold righteousness, because that's going to be the standard, and no amount of money can buy that.